Dear students, good evening. Let us start the discussion on today's newspaper, that is 20th April 2017. Sorry for the delayed upload. Today I had back to back classes, so I was not able to upload it in the morning. And now, the first article is United They Exit. So here we discuss about the Brexit situation, and you all know that Prime Minister Theresa May has called for a snap poll. So, what might have pushed her for this? I can see the legitimacy issues. So, when conservatives went for the polls in 2015, their poll plank was to remain in European Union and in the single market. Now, the same conservative leadership has to take forward the Brexit. So, she wants to have a legitimacy. And then, the second thing is, there are many legal tangles to the Brexit process. So, in this context, the Parliament has to approve every stage of the Brexit process, and many laws are expected to be passed by the Parliament in this regard. So, she needs the legislature's support for this. And then, in Scotland, the First Minister Nicole Sturgeon, she is asking for a referendum for independence, a second referendum. And Theresa May, she has outrightly rejected for the timing of the referendum, and she said the nation is first. Obviously, the diversion of the entire attention of the entire nation will get diverted because of this, and politically appropriate. So now, Labour Party and then Liberal Democrats, they are not having a strong support among the people now. So there is no opposition. It means politically also it is prudent for her to go for the elections now. These are the reasons that might have pushed her. Here, one thing which I wanted to talk about is fixed term for the Parliament Act. It means due to coalition politics that have entered in UK, so the Parliament, that is lower house tenure, is fixed for 5 years. If it has to be less than 5 years, it has to be approved by the two-third members of the lower house. So can it be a solution for hung parliament and hung assemblies in India? That's one question which I want to pose to you. So next is the case for mediated settlements. In India, there are no mediated settlements at all. The reason is the mediation as a matter of settling the disputes is not well developed in the country. But slowly, the people are getting in tune to it. So the NPA issues can be better addressed through the mediation. So 7 lakh crore rupees to the tune of every sixth paisa is an NPA with the banks, the loans which they gave. So in this context, between the person who took the loan and who gave the loan, a mediation can be possible. So that professional mediators have to be raised in the country. And also a legal environment has to be created for the mediation to happen. In India, most of them fear of 3 C's, that is CVC, CAG, CBI, now Lokpal and everything. So that's why a comprehensive law has to be made. An authority has to be created. Any mediation will be placed before the authority. It is for the authority to decide on it. So that's why we say that there has to be a case for mediated settlements. And then let's go for a June date. So this is again about the Theresa May's, snap polls which she has announced for. So already we have discussed and the same points repeated over here. Cloud of prosperity. So the Indian Meteorological Department, it has announced for a normal monsoon for this year. After 2 consecutive droughts this year, there are 2 normal monsoon years. In India, the crisis caused by the drought is much higher compared to the benefits caused by the normal monsoons. There is no parallel between these two. That is what is the challenge. And the second thing is, monsoons, yes, they can be good. And now, Met Department have a dynamic model to talk about, to understand El Nino and this Indian, that is dipole issue. So in geography, you try to focus on this particular thing. And I'm not an expert on geography, I request you to go through it. And you can talk to Sandeep sir if you want to. And then, it is not just the rain, saving of the raindrop which is more important. Many of the state governments have actively took up building the ponds, rejuvenating the village ponds. So that's why the saving every drop for crop is important. So in this, India consumes 3 times more water compared to China and Brazil. So this has to be arrested. So drip irrigation has to be extended. So these are the things which we need to talk about. Let's go to the next page, that is OpenEd page. So what is expected in life? Unpredictability or predictability? Which has been more respected? Predictability. For example, you are going to a meeting and then you are unpredictable in your own timings, probably you lose your respect. With regard to the international affairs, what is most respected is a predictability in action and a commitment to the word. So from this thing, we see the gassing the Trump effect. Now, whatever the election rhetoric is that has reversed in recent weeks with regard to the United States is concerned. So Syria, US has intervened finally in Syria and attacked the Syrian air base, and it has complicated the ongoing ceasefire agreement which is already fragile and also worsened the situation. And the second thing is the President Trump, he has talked about reconciliation with Russia, but the relations got worsened. And above all, let's come to India. The ambassador of United States to India has stated that US will take a proactive approach to reduce the tensions between India and Pakistan. Is it a signal that US is intended to intervene in the Kashmir affair? That is what is the question. My point is this. So predictability is necessary for a superpower like United States in its foreign policy. The degree disease. Few days back we read an article which says that the MPhil and PhD students allocated to a professor, a supervisor, shall not be reduced. As the demand for the higher education is increasing, so we also need to provide for this. So in this case, counter argument is this. Yes, demand for higher education is increasing. Higher education with unemployment is rising. So we have many graduates without proper job to their abilities. So second is, yes, we have many degrees to the students, but quality of education at the highest level is decreasing. So the quality of supervision determines the quality of education. So that is the reason why. So the number of degrees which are being, or number of PhD students and MPhil students which need to be supervised by a supervisor, they need to be reduced. That is the argument. And then a super regulator for science and technology. Recently, I met Mr. Gopi Chanda, and he made one statement. If I have to improve the sports bodies in India, then he said an administrator shall think like a sportsman. If not, entire sports institutions gets bureaucratized. This is what is exactly the problem with the research and science institutions in the country. They are thoroughly bureaucratized. So in this context, the scientific community has given a report to the Prime Minister that there has to be two arms to a super regulator. That is, one is discovery arm and the other arm has to be a regulatory arm. So this discovery arm shall focus only on the research. The administrative aspects have to be focused by the other arm. That is what is one suggestion which has been given. And now, let's go to the news page, live page. So in the live page, here I can use something. Yes, we are excessively focused on productivity. So in Japan, there is something called karoshi. Karoshi means a suicide due to excessive work. So Japanese are known to be workaholics, and this stress of the work, loss of pleasure in life, it is killing them. Now, the government has stated in the new law that there shall not be more than 100 hours of overwork per month. So normal month work is around 40 hours. A weekly work is 40 hours. Over month, it shall not be more than 100 hours of excess work. So 100 hours itself is very high. It means on an average, if you work 6 days a week, 25 days means every day 4 hours of overwork is being said. So that's why the people are agitating, saying that it has to be less than 40 hours. So in Japanese culture, excess work in the office is rewarded and recognized as a loyalty. So that's more a cultural issue. So you can quote this. So that is what is karoshi in your case study as an example. But excessive time you spend on the job does not mean that you are productive. If we compare a worker in Germany, US and Japan, German worker is highly productive compared to US, compared to Japan. So this is what productivity is more important. More number of hours do not guarantee the productivity. Now the front page, there are two important news. The culture, VIP culture is been taken away. The greatest symbol of the VIP culture is ambassador vehicle and the red beacon light. So these have to be removed from every vehicle. That's what is the central government amendment to the motor vehicle rules. And second is, with regard to Babri Masjid case, the Supreme Court has opened the case and it has to be continued. So the conspiracy charge sheet is being alive on leaders like Advani, Uma Bharati, etc. So you know the history already. So there are two cases which are running in Raebareli and Lucknow courts. Now, the Supreme Court wanted to bring them under one particular board or one particular court, and then they want to continually conduct this. The Supreme Court has used its extraordinary powers under Article 142 to deliver justice, and it brought this particular case to life. So let us see what the turn it takes. That is what is the thing. Let's revise for today. United they exit. The Prime Minister Theresa May has announced for the polls. The major reasons for this are, that is legitimacy, and then she wants to face the legal hurdles, and the referendum in Scotland is a pain. So these are the issues that have pushed her. And the next is, in India, the mediation can be a best way forward in settling the NPAs. That is what is the second article. And clouds of prosperity. So the monsoon is predicted to be normal, but India has to focus on water conservation. And the next is gauging the Trump effect. United States has to bring in more predictability with regard to its policy consent. And then the degree disease, we need to focus or emphasize on quality rather than quantity in education, especially in research. And then in the news, PHFI loses FCRA. Public Health Foundation of India is important with regard to guiding of various public health issues, tobacco control, suicide control, HIV, AIDS. It is very actively working. So in this context, the government has removed the FCRA license for PHFI. The reason it has stated is, it is lobbying with foreign funds, with parliamentarians and media. So it is trying to influence the policy, which is not allowed under the FCRA rules. So the major complaint over here is, government is trying to control the NGOs, civil society organizations, that is, through using the FCRA. There is a lot of trust deficit between the NGOs and the government, that is the point. And then VIP culture, conspiracy case against Advani in Babri Masjid is revived. So these are the important news for the today. Thank you very much and all the best. And again, I'm sorry for this delayed upload. And sometimes I think, mistakes happen. So I want to get up every day around 4 o'clock. These days what is happening is due to a few of my interview students, we are working till night 1 or 1:30. So we were unable to do that, and there is a paper correction for a magazine series, and there's a lot of effort involved in that. So every day it is getting delayed. I'm waking up around 6:37. I don't know. Thank you very much. All the best.